Hi guys. So here we go, another Sunday, another weekend review really. Although I've done probably most of my reviewing during the week, as I've discussed what I was doing and why I was doing, as I said. I'd already increased my Friday's run. That was the 400 repeats, and I'd pushed that up by literally half a minute off the pace, or on both on the 400. So 12 400s at around 3:15 was quite difficult, but it didn't kill me. And I've got an idea that although I was close at the end, I could have maybe squeezed another one or two out, and I'm quite happy with that. I don't think that I should, or we, or anybody should push that hard that you've just had it. That's a race day effect. So that's the only place I'd do that sort of thing. You leave that on for races. So having to have a little bit left in the bank is good for me. It's good, I feel. That's my idea anyway, sort of thing. So today was the second of the weekend speed sessions, if you like. I did rolling 300s. So, and the same principle as Fridays, where initially I'd penciled Friday today in as 410s and 450 pace for the 300. So it's 300 at 410, 300 at 450, 300 410, 300 450, 8 of each sort of thing. So it's just a constant roll through. So your recovery is a bit abrupt and still just a little less tough than the actual proper effort. 3.2Ks in front and 3K warm down at the end of it. The actual finer details will be down in the description. So just that. So if you fancy beating yourself up for a little while, fill your boots. It was a good session, and like I say, same as Friday, it left me with a little bit left in the tank. So I'm quite happy with the way that went, and I know I'm quite happy to take that forward now and think that I'm not going to increase it again during the week. I haven't got a speed session, I don't think, until Friday next week, which I'm quite happy with, but I'm not going to try and increase that, but I will try and maintain this pace for a little while, for a couple of weeks or so, and just see how it goes. The pace on the easy pace to start, the 3K at the front, the 3K at the back, or whatever I'm doing, I'm not so bothered about getting that increased, because that is an easy run. So I will get nothing from that for increasing the pace. I'd rather save a little bit of energy that I have for that and use it in the 400s, 300s, or whatever I might be doing next week. I think I've got hill repeats, so they'll need anything that I've got left in the tank extra, I'll be using up on the hills, sort of thing. So it was a good session, and I enjoyed it, and that's it. But I guess that most of you will be out already this morning. If you're not back already, then you'll be out doing your long runs. Your runs are Sundays, most people's runs Saturdays and Sundays, because that's when you're weekend. For those who are just working normal jobs, this is not a normal job. So I do mine on a Wednesday because I can. So those of you who are out there now, then I hope your weather is not like we have it here at the moment, sort of thing. It's pretty nasty in the North Sea. So I hope you're getting significantly better weather than that, wherever you might be in the world, I guess, because this is, I don't know where anybody is who's watching it or who's potentially watching it. So but I hope that, yeah, it's a good day for you, and even if it's hard, you can't choose your race day. So just because it's raining or strong winds outside or whatever, unless it's dangerously strong winds, etc., falling trees and that, then you still really need to get out and just push on, because you might wake up on your marathon morning and find it's the same weather and the race is not going to be cancelled for it. So you need to be training and ready and prepared, dressed, all your kit, etc., for whatever the big man upstairs is going to be throwing at you, sort of thing. So I hope that's it. But with the long runs, the one thing I will say, and the one thing I'm trying to hope comes through on mine, sort of thing, my long runs are what I call progressive. So to me, a long run, you've still got to develop from it. I see so many people running their long easy run. It's not an easy run. it's not designed to be an easy run. It is a long run, and it'll be harder just by the fact that it's a longer run. But to run that at easy pace, you've achieved nothing apart from maybe a little bit of endurance because you're pushing it longer. But you need to be preparing your body to go race pace for the duration of a half or a marathon or ultras, whatever turns your crank. So I start off generally at my easy pace for 4, 5, 6k, depending on how far the long run is, and then after 5, 6k, then I start to pick it up, and I'll go from 5:10, 5:15s to 5:05s for the easy run, and then you're going up to the 5s, the 4:45s, 4:35s for every like group of 4k or 4 miles, whatever you work in, sort of thing. So it's progressively getting harder as you're getting tireder, and then you're training your body. You're not doing the full long run at your full marathon pace. Nobody's going to ask you to do that, but just to, as you start to get tired near the end, to bang in 3 or 4k or 4 or 5 miles or whatever you're doing, depending on, say, in relationship to the full distance that you're running, and to push it so that your body starts to really understand, and you understand how it feels. Because come race day, if all you've done is 20, 22, 23, 24 miles at your easy pace, that's all you're going to do on race day, and you're not going to turn it up. And I know this, I've done it. So you've got to be putting it in and just doing it in bites. And then as you're going through your training and your long runs become longer, then you just extend everything. So your first part might be 6, 7, 8k, and then the next bit's 5 or 6k at each of your different steps up until you get to the hard part. But it just like all running, it doesn't get any easier. You get a bit fitter, you just push the boundaries a little bit harder, and that's how we progress. So that was just what I wanted to say about that, about the easy runs. The long runs, they're not easy, and they're not designed to be easy. Anything under 10k, yeah, it's an easy run, easy pace. You gain nothing by pushing on during the easy run. So that easy run is a recovery run. Take it as a recovery run. The pace that you maybe just set yourself is a limit. So you don't need to be there. You can be just off it. It's just you've got to recover, sort of thing. So it's not a target thing. Oh, it says 5 or it says 6:30 or whatever, so I've got to be there. You haven't. You've still got to recover. And if your body's telling you we're not doing 6:30s today, then don't do 6:30s. Do a 6:45 or whatever. Just it's a recovery sort of thing. But if you're on your long run, you really need to be trying to do a little bit of stress work at the end, sort of thing. Not for the whole run. You don't want to be injured, and I would worry about that sort of thing, as trying to do your whole race pace for your runs. As they get longer and longer, you're skirting with injuries, sort of thing. So don't be doing that either. But so tomorrow, for me anyway, it's a rest day, and I'm quite glad about that, and I'll take that. So and then I've got an easy run to start off with, so I've got some recovery after that. So the runs that I've been doing, they're all in, I think yesterday or the day before, I put in for the whole of next week. Today's run, as like I say, will be in the description shortly. If you've done a long run, enjoy tomorrow. You should be having a day off as well, maybe, and I hope you have a nice day. Thank you all.